If you're the leader of a learning and development department, you might feel stretched with your resources, the team members that you have available to do the work. If you're one of those team members, you might feel stretched with time, that you don't have enough time to get everything done that you're being asked to do. And a common question that I find my clients have is, how do they know when they should develop something in-house and when should they outsource it, if it's a training course or a program? They can decide in the moment on a course by course basis, but a couple things might happen if they do that. If they decide to outsource as they need to, they might feel a little bit frantic, and the process might feel a little bit rushed if they have a looming deadline that they need to meet. They also, as a result, might not find the best partner to be working with. And they also might be overlooking an internal opportunity on their team to have somebody develop a new skill or have a stretch assignment. If they decide to design courses in-house, they might have different repercussions. So they might put an undue burden on some of their team members, or they might miss opportunities, quick fixes that already exist out there. There is a lot of great off-the-shelf programs that can fill a lot of those gaps. So I've come up with a model that I use with clients, HR leaders, learning and development managers, to help them be strategic and more intentional about when they find partnerships outside of their organization and when they want to develop the skills in-house. So you can look at the horizontal continuum. You can see on the left side, your team might have internal capabilities, and on the right side, your team doesn't have internal capabilities. So that's one factor to consider, is your team's skill set. The other continua that you can look at is at the top, if the content is specific to your organization, or if the content is not specific or not unique to your organization. And when you put these two factors together, what you can get are obviously 4 boxes. So when you look at that, you can look at the bottom left. So if you have the internal capabilities and the content is maybe a little bit more generic, then absolutely design internally and also curate wherever possible. So find the existing YouTubes or TED Talks or articles to supplement that program that your team member is creating. In the top left, so you have the internal capabilities and the content's specific. So maybe it's a custom software application that your company uses, or maybe it's just really specific about your culture and you want to make sure that you have that reflected in the course. So then you would take the time to develop that internally, absolutely. On the top right, you have outsourcing the design and you want to outsource the design and also maintain the IP. So this isn't an off-the-shelf program that your team creates or purchases because you want to own that content. You don't want to be paying an ongoing licensing fee. So that's when you don't have the capabilities in-house, but the content is still really specific and unique. And in the bottom right, this is where you can purchase off-the-shelf content that exists already. So there'll be a licensing structure. You'll have to pay per seats or per courses or something. And ultimately, you don't own that IP, that intellectual property. So a couple of things to consider. 4 alternatives. There maybe are others, but if you look at your team's internal capabilities and the nature of the content, it provides a good starting point to figure out when should we take the time to develop in-house and when should we outsource. I hope that helps.